Maybe you've had this experience. Even if you know that something's not intellectually true, have you ever felt compelled to believe what you know or perceive others are believing about you? I'll give you a couple examples. On the positive side, let's say I know people that think, Dan's the best. He's great. He's a brilliant songwriter. I love what he's doing with this emotional repression work now. And so I get a hit off of it, like, oh yes, God, there's validation, right? There's approval. Or the negative, maybe there's other people that think, man, Dan McClintock, what an asshole. Guy's an abandoneer. He's arrogant, thinks he has to be right about everything in those videos. And so even if I try to fight it, I take it on, right? There's this sinking in my system. Maybe there's guilt or shame, feeling responsible. Do you see the programming at work here? Just take out of the equation if any of that is even true, and notice that if you push one button, the person goes up, and if you push another one, they go down. This is that compulsion to believe what others are believing, right? Or what it's like to live in identity. And it's all sitting on top of a foundation of repression and buried emotions in the body. When we're in emotional repression, we can't be ourselves because ourselves are buried in the body. And so the best that we can do is become dependent on others' approval or acceptance of us and terrified of their criticism and rejection. And not because any of it has any merit, but because we have to believe things about ourselves so that we don't have to feel and express the repressed emotions in the body. When we hold down or repress what's true, then we're forced to identify with what's false, even if on the level of the mind, we know that what's false isn't true, right? It doesn't matter because the body still believes it. And this is why anger repressors, feel guilty for everything, even for stuff they didn't do. And let me just tell you, when you start coming out of emotional repression and stop progressively taking things personally, the bad or the good, oh man, it is such a relief. Because you really do start to realize that whatever anyone's believing is what they're believing. It has nothing to do with you. It reminds me of being a really little kid. I remember looking at adults going, what are they thinking? Why are they so upset? It's like that. So to sum up, life in repression is exhausting. There's an addiction to suffering. There's identity war, and it's a mutual nightmare, right? Life coming out of emotional repression, you have a lot more energy just to go play. If this sounds good to you, visit repressiontest.com.